Hello, WiLLo Davis. How's it going? So, you may know Zachary Michael and his YouTube channel. If you don't, definitely go check him out. He's a friend of mine and supporter. We've had our differences in the past regarding some of his recent choices about his life. I can't even. No, I'm just kidding. But I have found his health carrot journey quite inspiring. So I wanted to, show respect and actually try it on my own, because it's been a major staple of the WiLLo Davis channel here to just ride Zach's coattails whenever possible. So what would we have without that? So anyway, I have here 5-pound bag of truly some of the ugliest carrots I've ever seen, and I'm just gonna eat them today in all whatever different forms I can think of. God, these are ugly. These are some ugly carrots. Wow. But anyway, while I'm in the kitchen, I also wanted to try today. I saw on TikTok, it's a viral TikTok recipe. There's been a few of them so far. It's basically you take flour and eventually it becomes like a mock chicken. You're basically turning it into vital wheat gluten, which then you can kind of make into seitan. But the way that it's prepared makes it more like a kind of like chicken texture or whatever. Apparently, I'm vegan, so I'm down to try it. I don't know if it's gonna come out okay. If it does, then I'll probably be making it more often. I do want to pick up some actual vital wheat gluten though, to make actual seitan at some point. But this recipe, it's like you take flour and wash it, and you'll see. We'll try it out. Anyway, it's time for breakfast, so let's see what we can come up with here. I'm gonna start by peeling these disgusting carrots and seeing how much of them is salvageable. Okay, I peeled and washed a few of them. Overall, not too bad. One of them had a couple of soft spots, just I had to carve out of it. But other than that, they're looking pretty good. I'm going to cut these up into slices, and I think start by boiling them. Okay, here we go. Now putting them into a pot. Gonna have some water and salt, some salted water, and I'm gonna boil these for a while and then figure out what else I'm gonna do with them. Okay, so while that's going, I'm going to start the terrifying process of the flour chicken from TikTok. Basically, you're gonna mix flour and water, apparently, and knead it till it's smooth, then let it rest for an hour, then knead it under water and change out the water a couple of times to really wash out all the starch until the water is not so cloudy and opaque. And then you let it rest for another hour, but I think you put in spices before you let it rest for another hour, and then you twist it up and tie it and then fry it, and we'll get to there when we get there. But nowhere says how much water to use per whatever amount of flour, which from my recent experience with flour, it seems to be that's how it goes for a lot of it, because I guess there's too many variables, like when you're working with flour, the temperature of the room, the humidity, the altitude, is the flour clumpy, what temperature is the water. So I guess you kind of guess, add it in. Hopefully, I guess you can add more flour if you need. You could add more water if you need during the early stage. So I'm just gonna put a certain amount of flour in here. This is what we're working with. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make a small batch to test it out. I don't have a big mixing bowl. Unfortunately, my biggest pot is currently making my carrots, and I have a Tupperware thing that's kind of big, but that's currently holding a bunch of rice in the fridge. So we're just gonna make a small batch using this. I think it'll be all right, and I don't know, let's try it out. You know, I'm quickly realizing it probably doesn't matter how much water, because we're gonna be submerging this in an hour anyway. It probably matters a little bit, but like not a ton, so just do whatever feels right, I guess. So far I have 2 cups of water in here for 3 cups of flour, and it looks like it's gonna be fine. Okay, so I actually ended up adding like maybe another 1/4 cup of flour, just so it got a little thicker and like held itself together, sticking more to itself than like the sides of the pan, which I think worked out. And then I'll cover this, I guess, in some aluminum foil or something. That's what I saw people do on TikTok, and be back in an hour. Let's see how the carrots are doing here. Ooh, hot. Let me get ooh, it's getting there. I don't know if it's done yet, but oh, you know, ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good looking right there. Maybe I'll take it out. Yeah, I think it's good. Probably fine. So I decided to pour most of the water out. Most of it. Put it back in the pot. Give it a taste. Here we go. Gonna put in some curry powder, cumin, garlic, and black pepper. Small splash unsweetened almond milk. Just kind of stirring it around a little bit. Maybe let the carrots, I don't know, break down a little bit or whatever. I don't know, it looks good though. Looks good to me, that's what's important. Got some leftover rice that I guess I mentioned before from the fridge. I'm just gonna put it over that. There you go. You might find this disgusting. I think it looks pretty good. Let's find out how it tastes. It's definitely way more carrots on here than I actually need, but we'll see what I can do. Need salt a little bit. I salted the water, I didn't salt anything else. So I mean this would obviously be 10 times better if you threw some like butter in here, but trying to be healthier. Olive oil, that would be good. Anything really, but totally fine. You know what I should have added? Should have put in some allspice. Usually it goes good with like some curry seasoning and some carrots, I feel. It's good though. I'm pumped about it. Your move, Zach. What you got? Raw? You're a raw girl? Huh? 1 hour later. Hey, it's an hour later. Let's see what we got here. I mean, it looks like the same, but you know, whatever, doesn't matter. It's not like it was like gonna, I don't know, rise much. It's not like there's no yeast. It's not like self-rising flour. I don't know anything about flour, but so I guess now we just cover it in water and knead it, and let's see. Come to think of it, I don't really know why they made you let it rest for an hour. I guess if I was to guess, I would say so that the flour gets completely saturated by the water or something. I don't know. Again, I'm not much of like a baker, so I guess we're just dousing it in water and kneading it underwater a few times, okay? So, see you in a bit. So, we're still, you know, kneading it underwater, rinsing it. It feels a lot like it's just completely dissolving, like into nothing. So, I don't know. I guess we'll just keep trying, see what happens at the end of all this. Okay, so yeah, there's like almost nothing left of the actual dough of any kind. This is, I guess, just the protein left over or whatever. I don't know what went wrong, but I don't even know how I'm supposed to get the rest of this water out without just pouring out the little crumbles of dough left. But let me see. Nope, no good. I don't know. It all just kind of washed away. I looked at more stuff, some of the videos and a couple of recipes. I think too much water, not enough flour for at the beginning. Maybe I didn't need it enough to like really get it all kind of, packed in. Maybe if I had, then it would have been different. I don't know. Should I just try it again? Ugh. Okay, this time, everything different, much drier. Like, started out with so little water, I assumed surely this could not be enough water, but keep working it. And this is definitely more what it looked like to all the people making it on TikTok and on the websites given the recipe and stuff. And I kind of get it. I'm needing it a lot more now. The few things that I know about flour, I always hear like, don't overmix it because you'll release all the gluten and then you'll have one big sticky chewy wad that holds together too much or whatever. In this case, I get it. All we want is the gluten. So over knead it, over mix it so that it all holds together through the washing process. I guess before I didn't knead it enough and it was too wet. And so when I added the water to knead it under the water, it just broke apart because the gluten was not released to hold itself together. I guess. I don't know. This is what I'm guessing. I also more get it now. Like, okay, so you're trying to replicate chicken. You want the texture to be like long strands of protein. So obviously you're gonna flatten it out, stretch it into a long thing, fold it over on itself, flatten it out, double the length, fold it on itself. So that way the protein texture is gonna be more stretched out, hopefully. Okay, this is it. There's not the slightest bit of stickiness to it. It is smooth. It's solid, and then half the things say let it rest for an hour. Half of them say let it rest in water. I look it up. The ones saying that are saying letting it rest in water helps it bind together or whatever, the gluten or whatever. I'm gonna do that. I think I trust that more. I guess it kind of makes more sense to me. I don't know, maybe not. Here we go. Gonna let it rest underwater for an hour. Please work. There you go. All right. Another hour later. Yep, that rested for an hour. Anyway, I guess I'll start trying to knead it and wash it and whatever. Hope it works this time. Hi, Holly. Huh. I don't know. Feels different. Guess I'll just start working it. Please don't just disintegrate into nothing again. Okay, so it seems to be working better. I've been kind of dunking it in, like rinsing it off, whatever, and just taking it out to make sure it keeps its form. I changed the water once already. It's starting to get less opaque a little bit, but definitely needs more working. So I'm just gonna try to keep it whole, keep kind of like dunking it and washing off all the starch and whatever, and see where we're at. So I'm just like trying to squeeze some of the water out of it and still holding it together. like if I leave it too long in the water, I feel like it starts to like want to break apart. So I've just been kind of like working it, trying to get like a lot of the liquid out, then dunking it again. Just, you know, changing the water once in a while. And I think we're getting somewhere. I don't know. We keep trying. Okay, so this time I'm finding that as I'm like kind of washing the dough, a lot of the just flour, the starchiness is starting to like wash away and dissolve, and I'm being left with this chewed gum feeling stuff. It's still working out some of the stuff, but there's definitely like there's like a chewy gum part, and there's like a softer, more like kind of just starch part, and I guess it's just kind of separating like that. Okay, this is what I got. I sure hope that's right. It says to season it now. Oh, this is definitely firming up some. Cumin, garlic, a little bit of onion powder, not too much. Nothing is worse than too much onion powder. And I guess salt. I guess you salt this. Is this a bad thing to do? I don't know. Okay, then let it rest for another hour. Let's see how it comes out. Okay, time for lunch. Gonna pick a few of these and peel them. Well, that was easy. Now I'm gonna cut these up. Okay, I got them cut up into some sticks, some carrot sticks. I only did two. I'm still full from breakfast. What a wonderful breakfast. I'm going to put some olive oil in a pot, and I'm gonna, I guess, saute some of these sticks. Maybe some of them will have raw on the side, a little snickety snack. Been going for a little bit. Add a little salt. Okay, I just left to go start up my Twitch stream, like get the starting soon page going. I guess I took a little bit longer than I thought. It's definitely cooked on one side. That's not too bad. That's all right. Let's go. Made a nice sandwich out of the lightly, we'll call them lightly sauteed carrots. Here's and some raw carrots on the side. Be nice with a little dipping. I could make something out of mayo. I could make like a Thousand Island as a dip. Let's try the sandwich though. It's like, you ever hear that carrot hot dog? It's like that, but without any of the seasoning. You know what? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I can't complain. Why is this not horrible? Yeah, I'd do this again. Well, I gotta go stream now. Twitch.tv/WiLLo Davies. You should come by sometime. I'm streaming at a lower resolution today because I found out that sometimes if you have like a worse internet connection, it just doesn't work at all. Like Twitch won't allow you to lower the resolution for the viewer or whatever if they don't have the bandwidth for it. Sorry if that doesn't make any sense. So I'm just gonna stream at a lower quality and see how it is. If people like it, maybe more people get to show up. So if you ever tried to watch my Twitch streams and just like didn't load or kept buffering or whatever, try now. Okay, stream's over. It's dark now. This has been going for over 2 hours, I guess. I guess that's fine. I have to twist it up and tie it if that's hopefully possible. Hopefully it came out right. I don't know. Let's see. Feels kind of clumpy. I don't know if it's supposed to be clumpy. Okay, just kind of knotting it up into a thing. It feels too wet. I don't know. But I guess this is it. I don't know, kind of sticking to me a little bit. Let's give it a shot. By the way, the sauteed carrots on the bread was actually really good. I don't know why, it was just really good. Heating up some olive oil in the pan. Look, it made a little heart. How about that? I don't think I did this right. I was able to like string it out into like a rope, kind of, you know, just not like a rope, but like just made it a long piece, and I was able to wrap it around once and tie it into a little knot, and then it just, I don't know, it just kind of flattened back out into a mound. Let's find out. Has anyone else done this? Do you have any more experience with this kind of thing than I do? What do you do? Let me know. What did I do wrong? Okay, you know, it's looking kind of good. That looks like how it looked when they flipped it in the videos. I'm not convinced that it's going to have the same texture structure to it yet. But hey, you know, that's not so bad right there. It looks a little bit just like fried dough, which it kind of is, but I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe you're supposed to start with like way more flour. Do the whole thing like kneading it a ton, kneading it nice and dry. And then, sorry, it started to burn a little bit on the other side. I need to put in, I'm gonna lower the temperature a lot, because now the oil's like burning. Gonna put in vegetable broth, and then I'm taking off the heat for now. Let it cool off for a second before I pour this in. Put in some vegetable broth, and then you let it simmer. And it says for 45 minutes. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. Anyway, now that I've settled this down, I'm wondering if you're supposed to start with way more flour, knead it like all that much, like I did, and then maybe when you go to put it in the water, like maybe most of it dissolves away, and then you're left with just the gluten. I'm wondering if maybe I didn't wash this enough or something. Maybe there's too much starch in it still. Like, it feels very tough. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see. Guess you just kind of let it go from there. I might add some. We'll see. Okay, it's been like, I don't know, half an hour. It absorbed. I added a little more of the broth that started to absorb a lot of it, or it was evaporating, or what. I'm gonna leave a little bit here. Hopefully it's like done. I don't know. I'm gonna leave a little bit here. Maybe it can be used as like a marinade or something in case it just really didn't penetrate all the way through. I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to like shred it now. I don't know what's gonna happen. Should I let it rest or something? Let it soak more? Feeling very stiff, unfortunately. But let's see what happens. I don't know. Did I just like go like that? It definitely cuts through. Okay, maybe it's not as stiff as I thought it was. Old broken heart right there. You know, I don't know if it's gonna have the texture that I'm hoping for, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to like shred it or something. Okay, you know, I was kind of wrong. It does have some form of a texture to it. It's not the same like stringiness that the actual finished products seem to have in the videos, but it definitely has like some lines to it. It looks a little dry. Maybe I made it too thick. That's an option. Maybe I need more broth. Maybe I'll break it up and put some more broth. Let me experiment with it a bit. I mean, actually, I have this piece that broke off here, so try it like this. Tastes great. Chewy. Little dry feel on the inside. Maybe if I break it up, move it around in the remainder of the broth and olive oil a little bit, it'll be better. Yeah, it's kind of a little dry on the inside. I guess, I mean, maybe more broth should have let it soak for longer, but let's see. Okay, so I actually decided to just cube it up, as it was just kind of like, you know, wasn't too hard to cut through with the spatula, so I just did that. And I put a little bit more broth in, just kind of letting it simmer a little bit, like soak in. I guess kind of the same thing as before, but now that I cubed it up, you just kind of saturate a little bit quicker. But it's coming out real good. You can see like it does have some kind of hint of like a texture to it. It's not quite as stringy looking as the things I've seen, but I don't know. You know, it looks good. Looks like it's gonna be delish. Okay, so it's kind of let it sit there for a while with the lid on it. Let it kind of just soak. It looks like it, you know, absorbed a lot, or the broth thickened up a little bit or whatever. And I found this piece here, so tender though, falling apart. It's good, very good. It's really good. Still good. It's a little bit like floury. I think I was right, and maybe I didn't like wash the flour quite enough for it, but it'll pass. It'll pass. We'll check out the finished product in a little bit. Okay, here is the finished meal for tonight. I ended up being able to use it for dinner instead of just trying it and having it not work or anything. It looks pretty good. You know, it's just not as much what I saw in the video, so I'll have to figure out where I went wrong, but it's looking nice. I think the dinner overall is looking pretty good. What about you? Anyway, so I plated it all up because Jamie is home from work. She's getting changed now. I guess I'll give an actual little nugget a try here. Tastes great. The broth definitely helped it kind of get more of that chicken vibe. I would describe the texture as like gluten-y, I guess. It's got like a chew to it, kind of, especially in the center. Again, I'm not too familiar with cooking stuff with flour, so I don't know what happened to it, but it's fine. We'll get Jamie's take on it, I guess, but tastes good. Texture is like fine. It's fine. Let me know if you have more experience with this type of thing. I think in the future probably just get some Vital wheat gluten flour, which is just the product of washing the flour. They just make a flour that's just that, like with just the gluten, not all of the other stuff you have to wash out. And that's what seitan's made out of. You take the Vital wheat gluten flour and then you make a nice loaf and bake that, and that's seitan. So this is like seitan kind of, but I don't know, I guess I just didn't wash it enough. That's probably it. That's probably the conclusion, really. Can you try the chicken? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, Dewey's coming up here. Hi, Dewey. I'm gonna stop. Is it that realistic, Dewey, really? Texture's not good. I know that, but
I'm trying to decide what it reminds me of.
Maybe seitan.
Is it shreddy when you pull it open?
It's supposed to be, but it didn't end up like that.
Oh my god, these guys are really, really crazy.
Yeah. We got Holly and Dewey up on the bed. We're in bed because this is the only TV we can watch 1,000 Pound Sisters on. That's why we're eating in bed.
Good though.
It's good, but it's too chewy.
It's I don't know.
You don't have to force it down.
No, I like it. I'm just trying to think of like what I could relate it to.
Flour, a pancake, an overstirred pancake
Yeah,
mix.
I should be thinking of it like that.
That one was better. That one
I
was
like it.
tough. I don't know.
Good job, buddy. Tasty.
Thanks. Maybe I'll get better at it, and then it'll actually be this is a nice dinner thing. All right, so there you go. I looked at some more videos of people making it. I think I need to knead it for way longer at the beginning and then wash it more. I think that's it. I think that's the key right there. I'm probably gonna make it tomorrow. For some reason, I'm just really obsessed with the idea of making this stuff now. So, hey, I'll let you know if it improves. Have you tried it? What'd you do? And did it turn out better? Please let me know down in the comments. And thanks for supporting me on the carrot journey as well. WiLLo Davis out.